All right, Shalom. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash, the abundance to the apostles of GMS Ruel, and Shalom to the faithful men that's continually doing the work of the Lord. All right, so real quick, I just want to make this video, give a little history on goat worship, and also showing that they do that shit to this day. You know, linking it with Baphomet, just Satan, and that still goes on to this day. You know, you got it in the what's that shit called? Just in the ministry, all different kinds of music, entertainment, sports, all that. Is the government, these the elites, all these different people, these higher ups, they worship Satan. You know what I'm saying? And and it shows, and even in the gospel community, this little zesty ass nigga, Kirk Franklin. You know what I'm saying? You know, he did a little 16 bar joint 3 years ago in the BET Hip Hop Awards. Okay, and it says when he was rapping, he named three rappers. He named Nas, Jay-Z, and somebody else. I forgot. I don't want to play it for copyright purposes, but um, and then he said right after that, he said the lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat. Okay, so now if anybody knows the scriptures and the spiritual, you understand who is the lion and the lamb, and who also represents the goat. That goat goes into Satan worship, like I said. I'm gonna get a little history on goat worship in a minute. All right, but a lot of people say that in the industry. That shows you that they Satanists. They say I'm the goat, greatest of all time. But that shows you that they proud. Which one of these celebrities say, I'm just humble as a lamb. They never claim themselves to be as a lamb. They always claim themselves to be a goat. All right, and because it's all, we know what the fuck they doing. All right, but this nigga said the lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat. Now, why the fuck would Christians say something like that? All right, because who's the lion and the lamb? Revelations 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the lion of the tribe of Judah. We know Yahushua came from the tribe of Judah, the root of David. So we know for sure it's talking about Yahushua. Hath prevailed to open a book and to loose the seven seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne of the four beasts, in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it has been slain. Okay, because he got crucified. Okay. It says, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High sent forth into all the earth. Right, so we know the lion and the lamb is talking about Yahushua. So this man, this zesty ass nigga is talking about the Yahushua is going to bow down to the goat, which is really Baphomet, Satan. That shit off, man. These niggas, they they're going to be destroyed, man, because you trying to worship. How you going to say you a Christian and all these different things, but you said some shit like that? That's madness. All right. Now, if you type in simply Bible customs and manners, goat worship in the Google, this is in the Bible. Goat worship refers to pagan rituals involving he goats, often called Seirim or satyrs. All right, which the Israelites were forbidden to practice. These rituals were linked to ancient Egyptian and Mesopotamian cultures, prompting the biblical authors to strictly outlaw such practices and establish animal sacrifices specifically to God instead. All right, the Seirim, hairy demons, in Leviticus 17:7, the Israelites are commanded they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils. The Hebrew word here is Seirim, which translates literally to hairy ones or he goats. Many commentators note that this refers to pagan desert demons associated with goat worship. Right, so that's what Jake was doing, man. This ain't nothing new, man. Jake been doing this shit, worshiping Baphomet, because Baphomet got like a fucking goat head, man. All right, slash man woman thing, and that shows you that this place America worships Satan, because I just seen a video. This trainee dude, he's going for office like a governor or some shit. And the dude asked him, "So why do you what makes you qualified to run for office?" He said, "Well, I did it before, and I write books, and I'm not gonna lie like the other people lie." But this nigga, his whole existence is a lie. You got a dress on, behaving like a woman, but really you're a man. This is Balfour. All this shit leads to Baphomet. Okay, this is Egyptian goat gods or goat cults. The Israelites were heavily influenced by Egyptian culture during their enslavement. In Egypt, the goat was worshipped as a fertility god, often associated with Mendes. All right, let me see. I want to get this god real quick. Salaki, hold on. Right, and also too, Satyrs, Satyrs, is also it says a mysterious wine-loving nature spirit in Greek mythology. All right, he got a fucking like a half man, half with the goat ears and goat horns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a complete devil. But anyways, let me get this real quick. Slovakia. The god Mendes refers to whatever the fuck, Ben Jetit, some weird ass Egyptian word, I guess. A major ancient Egyptian ram-headed deity. His cult center was located in Mendes, ancient Egyptian name, an ancient Eastern Nile Delta, which is the okay, whatever. All right, let me see. He was associated with fertility and the life force of the gods. Yeah, it's talking about is his consort. So I guess his wife was the fish goddess Hat Mehit, and the child Horus the child. This shit's fucking retarded. But yeah, it just shows you, man. Jake is through, man. It's like a god with four heads. So like I'm just looking at the pictures right now. But yeah, man, shit's off. All this shit is off. But anyways, it says going back. It says pagan worship of these goat deities was occupied by immortal rituals. All right, the pagan tendency to worship goat demons lingered even after Exodus. In 2 Chronicles 11 and 15, King Jeroboam of Israel is condemned for appointing priests for the high places, specifically for his idols, the goat demons and the golden calves. All right. Let me see real quick. Right, because if you go into the verse, it says devils, and again, that word goes into he goats or hairy. What to say? Hairy ones. All right. It says mm, right. Symbolism in the New Testament and the teachings of Yahushua, the goat shifts into a powerful metaphor for rebellion, disobedience, and those who stray from the Most High. Separation at the final judgment. In the parable of the sheep and the goats, Matthew 25:31, Yahushua used the stubborn, independent nature of goats to represent the unrighteous who will be separated from God's kingdom. Right. But that's what they embrace. They embrace that rebellion type spirit. You know, they refuse to be humble as a lamb. The Lord told you be humble as a lamb. You know, harmless as a lamb. But they don't want that, man. They want to be rebellious. All right, which the scripture says that the sin is a rebellion as witchcraft, right? It says AI overview biblical ghosts primarily symbolize sin, judgment, and rebellion because of their stubborn, independent nature and tendency to wander off. They con- they con- they contrast with the obedient sheep who follow the shepherd. However, in the Old Testament, ghosts also serve as vital symbols of atonement and sacrifice, right? Because really, there's a right hand and a left hand, everything. You can, I mean, just because they worship goats and all that shit doesn't mean goats are bad. Cause you can eat goat, you know what I mean? It's cool. Like, there is good uses for goats, but that's a good point. It says that pretty much goats are rebellious and sheep is more obedient. You know what I'm saying? They follow the shepherd. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that just shows you, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, all these people are nothing but just devil worshippers, man. All right, and the Lord's gonna destroy them. All right, there ain't gonna be no more proud. Do as thy will. That also goes back to Satanism, man. They just got that do as thy will spirit. The Lord will end all that shit. All right, and people gonna humble themselves. All right, because we are the Lord's pastor. We the sheep of his, his fold, pretty much. We should be humble. Look at this shit. It's all red and shit. Look all devilish. Man, this nigga, he gonna, especially that nigga, he gonna be destroyed for sure. All right. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the point. I just want to bring that out. Um, that's pretty much the point. So, Lord willing, we give our praises and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shabbos from Hakadosh. Also, the process of GMS Ruach, on to the brothers in this work, that we say Shalom.